Replacing your gaskets. This is an example of a brand new replaced gasket, shiny and smooth. And this is approximately 2-year-old gasket, which is dull, cracking, and should have been replaced by now. I generally replace my gaskets every 2 years, but also make sure you check them before you go paddling. This is the Kokatat wrist and ankle replacement toolkit. This is the wrist tool and wedge. The ankle is just a larger diameter. You'll also need Aquaseal, scissors, a paddle pop stick, a lacquer band, 60 grit sandpaper, and of course a new gasket. Pull back wristband exposing the latex gasket. With sharp scissors, these aren't sharp enough. Trim the latex gasket around the material edge. Make sure you don't nick the material, as well as trim up if need be. Turn the whole garment inside out. Makes life so much easier. Insert the wrist tool and expanding wedge. Sand the existing latex. Once completely sanded, find the new gasket, find the date of manufacturing, turn it inside out. Place the latex gasket over the tool and over the existing latex. Now, this is probably the most important stage. Take your time, make sure it is lined up with the latex below, not under stretch or load. Once all lined up, peel it back, exposing the surface area that the Aquaseal will bond to. Give the peel back a good sand. After sanding it, flop it back over and see if it's still aligned. Generally, it will need a bit of a rejig. Take your time. You might have to flop it back, sand it again. Take your time. Flop it over, and it's time to apply the Aquaseal around the existing latex gasket on the wrist band. Use a paddle pop stick to smear it smoothly over the surface area. Flop over the latex gasket and take your time, minimal movement, but make sure it is all lined up. Don't be in a hurry. When you've got it in the right position, use a lacquer band to hold it in place while the Aquaseal dries for 10 to 12 hours before you use your paddling jacket or cag. After 10 hours, remove the lacquer band, remove the wrist tool and the wedge, and admire your work. If you do not have the time to do this, contact the Kayak Shop Australia and East Coast Kayaking. We'll get it organised for you. The kayaking specialists.